particularly by Milanta, 20-17 in hot pursuit of 128, and Janakpur bowls need 82 of 90 with 8 wickets in hand. What a contest here. We saw the spinners wreak havoc in the first innings. Vilas comes in from the combox end, over number 6, the final over before the field restrictions will be lifted. He's a very dangerous customer with the ball, Vilas. Expect him to ask a few questions, and just like how I'm going to ask a few questions to HD Ackerman in the combox. Good afternoon, HD.
Good afternoon, Mikhail. He's going to have to ask a lot of questions here because at the moment the Bolts are cruising. Yes, they're 2 down, but there's no real threat as far as the run rate is going. And what a stroke this was to end the previous over. They'd be difficult to find. The big ones today.
Yeah, they've got a 6 very early in the innings, unlike the BIRATNAGAR Kings, who took some time to tee off.
The Kings were also cruising at one stage, weren't they? Guptill was playing really well. He had a measure of the surface, but as soon as he was dismissed, the spinners came into their own. And the middle and late order really struggled with Kevin O'Brien talking to you about that. And that surface was really slow, and the spinners from the Bolts bowled particularly well. So the Kings will still feel is that if they can just nip 1 or 2 out here, that the tail might struggle.
That's chipped in the air. He falls short of the field at long off. And courtesy that single, the 50 as well comes up for Janakpur bowls. They are on course at the moment.
So important to get a win early on in the competition. It just eases the pressure, not only the players but the coaching staff as well.
Yeah, and what they need right now is a good partnership. You don't want a slide. You don't want the batting team in the chase to cave in. 2 very experienced players. Tucker came good with the ball. That's certainly come and rub in his batting as well. The Kings need a wicket from here. Very important to keep striking. Just going too hard at that one.
The problem is that the modern day players, they don't seem to worry too much about the required run rate, even if it's sitting at a run a ball. They want to score at 2 runs a ball. They want boundaries, they want 6s. Get themselves into trouble if they play too high risk from here. They just need to nudge it around. And they could cruise in here if they just play smart cricket. And that's the end of the power play, so 6 gone, 52 for 2.
Siddhartha Rewards. यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Chip worth 37 and 29. The field restrictions are lifted. This means that the bowlers will have some kind of breather. The leader wicket here, as HD rightly pointed out, a win early on will certainly set the tone. And in comes the superstar of Nepal cricket, Sandeep Lamichhane. What a star he is. 5 for 9 against Kenya in Nairobi 2 years back. 8 wickets for him. Look at that for economy. 6.15. Brilliant.
It's a critical spell for both sides. Bolts play Lamichhane well, then maybe they'll have that first victory. But the Kings will be looking for Lamichhane to make some inroads here, get a couple of wickets, not just be economical, but take wickets. That's their pathway to victory. Just wonder whether the skipper's going to bring in a couple of attacking fielders. A slip goes in.
Yeah, you do have long on and long off as well for the miss hit. One at deep mid wicket as well. Nicely bowled. You got to bowl to your field. With a slip in place, you want to really create some doubt as well in the batter's mind. It's been a decent power play for the Janakpur bowls. They accumulated 50+ runs. was a quicker one.
Wasn't a big total that they were having to chase. Just 128 needed for victory, but they lost wickets early and they were 2 down with just 15 on the board before this partnership between Tucker and Malanta has taken place. Malanta has been more the aggressor. He's 23 coming off just 21 balls. As Harsh Tucker, the Canadian, has tried his very best just to find some sort of rhythm on this surface. Malanta carries on his merry little way here. That's another boundary.
He's shown a lot of intent and purpose in the middle, has Milanta. He's certainly calling the shots. Once again, picking his spot with consummate ease. So much time in playing that hit. This is why Janakpur bowlers will always want to believe they're in this chase. Pressure on the fielding side. That equation getting easier. Much better.
Good cricket, good smart cricket by Malanta. Finds the boundary, then just happy to just nudge it up the ground for a single. Rotate the strike. Pressure on Lamachani.
HT, we did see the spinners making an impact in the first innings. You feel it's gotten better to bat in second innings?
Spinner's got such a great length. Smeared away on the leg side. They run hard, they'll get 2. So a good over again for the Bolts. Concludes the 7, 61 for 2.
Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different.
Get your radiance with Dove.
Does anyone have thoughts on reading for last week?
अब सिद्धार्थ बैंक को कार्ड प्रयोग गरी खरिद गर्दा मोबाइल बैंकिङबाट टप अप गर्दा रिवार्ड पोइन्ट अर्न गर्नुहोस् सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजो
Getting BIRATNAGAR Kings out for 127 and right now in the chase have 8 wickets in hand. Only 67 needed of 78. There again, it's Milanta. Just falls short of the field at long off yet again. He's finding his spot just about. That's just a lot of authority in the middle. A lot of authority in the middle. This day 1. This day 18 match days. Another 18 match days. This 32 matches. This 32 matches. Over 130 players. Over 130 players. We are up and inaugural edition of the Siddhartha Bank 2024 League 2024 powered by NPL. You gotta make room for yourself sometimes. Just manufacture a shot. Just manufacture a shot.
That was a good length. That was a good length. We spoke about the length of the. We spoke about the length. The bolts when their spinners bowl. The bolts when their spinners bowl. Don't allow you. You've got to come down the wicket if you want to come down the wicket if you want to get deep in your crease. Really deep in your crease. To play back. To play back. You can't just step and hit. You can't just step and hit. The key to T20 bowling. You don't want to bat T20 bowling. You don't want to bat one step and hit you back over your head. One step and hit you back over your head.
Again, then it has to be precise. HT has to be precise. Puller this time. Just threw the kitchen sink at that one. Aqib Ilyas, former captain of Oman. Quite a mercurial star with the bat and ball. This has been a quiet over so far. Partnership worth 48, 39 deliveries, but a very crucial time. Good use of his speed. A strike forward. It goes the distance as well. That's a very fine strike. That's a Siddhartha Bank 6. Crossing ropes, creating hopes. What a shot.
Shot of the afternoon for me. Just a lovely use of the feet. The hop, skip and a jump. Gives himself a little bit of room, just a touch outside leg stump to be able to free those arms. Just times it, no power, just pure timing.
And smartly just plays it around, nudges it for a single to retain strike as well. Smart and sensible cricket is what HT mentioned some time back. That's exactly what they're doing. 70 for 2.
DHI happier home. Today sahi. Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजो
That's because everything is going as per plan at the moment.
There's only really been 2 batters that have had the measure of this pitch. One, Martin Guptill for the Kings, and now Malanta for the Bolts. You need to look at Harshthakker's 8 or 15, and he's been happy to just knock it around, but there's been no pressure on him because of how Malanta's played. But if Malanta does happen to get out, play 1 too many extravagant strokes and get out, then Thacker starts to feel a little bit of pressure, and so does the dugout. But while Malanta's there, there's a win on the cards.
That's a very good point, HD. Just like how Guptill was there and everything was looking good for BIRATNAGAR Kings. 2 runs so far in this over. Harshthakker just about taking his time in this innings of his. Consumed 16 deliveries for 9. But it's Malanta. Nicely guided. Finds the fielder. By the end of it, look at that for a spectacle. Look at that for a view. Tell you what, this is the beautiful country, and the cricket as well. Top quality dished out. Wonderfully struck. He's placing the ball with sublime ease. Stand and deliver. Malanta into his 40s, and he's taking Janakpur balls home this afternoon.
This is some shot. There's a long off in place, and there's a sweeper on the offside. But he knows if he finds the gap just either side of the man at extra cover, he could have 4 if he hits it well enough. And does he hit it well enough?
Yeah, there's a lot of method in the madness when it comes to his batting. Caution with aggression. 6 runs coming off the surface, 76 for 2.
DHI happier home.
Back live into the 10th over. Cruising along at the moment. Now Janakpur bowls. This partnership was 61 and 48. One-way traffic at the moment. Ideally, you want to take the pace off the ball. Not allow much of width and room for the batters. HD 52 of 64, easy going. Yeah, courtesy that innings from Malanta. Thakur can just about play along and take his time.
Yeah, no pressure on him. There's no pressure on him whatsoever. I mean, he's scoring at a strike rate of just over 50.
Oh, that's the ultraviolet 7. Imagined at the intersection of design and technology. I'm sure HD would like to have a ride on that lovely looking sleek bike. Beautiful ultraviolet automotive brings the future of mobility. And at the moment looks like the Janakpur bowls are sitting on it and cruising along Kathmandu and Kirtipur.
Actually, that one came, man. You don't see him up, right, that one?
It has a top speed of 155 kilometers an hour. Look at that. Beauty and the Beast delivered in one go. Wow. That's picked away. Insurance in the deep, just a single towards square leg. All right. HD, your thoughts on that bike?
We need a little bit of transport around here. My first visit here to Nepal. You've been many times before.
That's wonderful. Look at that. Yes, don't mind a two-wheeler ride, of course. Andrew used to take quite a few rides before as well. We were having a chat But at the moment, Janakpur bowls in complete control of the situation and riding on a sea of confidence. At the halfway mark, 80 for 2. And the equation, 48 needed in 60 as the players get into a water break. Much needed chat for the BIRATNAGAR Kings as well.
Tapayko Asli Energy Red Bull Asli Nerozum.
Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different. Get your radiance with Dove.
Siddhartha Rewards. यसमा points छ. Siddhartha Bank. सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
फसे नि हेर बाहिर यसरी भित्र जान त गाह्रो छ भयो नि हाले इजी
तर यो जुत्ती दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जुत्ती दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Insta for a complete home.
सीधै आउँछ
सीधै डाइरेक्ट
आईएमई बाट पठाएको पैसा
आईएमई बाट पठाएको पैसा
सिधै मोबाइलमा
हो बाबा अब आईएमई गरेको पैसा सिधै आईएमई पेमा अर्थात सिधै मोबाइलमा आउँछ
त्यसो भए त आईएमई गरौँ
सिधै मोबाइलमा
डिस्कोमा खेलको मजा छ बेग्लै हरेक खेल हेरिन्छ साथी होस् या एक्लै
डिश होम खुशीको कनेक्सन
On the opening day of the NPL, it was just out, I'd love to say, and in the crowd. I didn't even get close to getting up into it because the scale of enjoyment from the fans is next level. We're going to have one of these every day. Now, let's see, who are we going to pick? Maybe that lady in the sunglasses? No, let's go with this one. Come on, give us a smile. We're looking for the sparkling smile fan of the match, sponsored by the official partner, Happy Dent. Love that. There is nothing but smiles here across this ground today. It's a day to remember. Maybe she's the winner. Like that smile too. Andrew Leonard here, joined again now by Shiram. This game is really only going in one direction unless maybe, just maybe, Sandeep Lamachani can weave some magic. He's done it before. Can he do it again? The captain of the Kings. Desperately in need of a wicket, aren't they?
I like this, coming over the wicket, bowling more leggies. It's going round, bowling offies. That's not the Sandeep Lamachani we know. He's a leggy who can spin the ball both ways and beat the bat either side. And we need some wickets. Milanta's played him well, may have played him quaintly off the back foot.
I know your pedigree as a spin bowling coach. Do you think that the kind of the matchups in terms of the ball turning into the bat is sometimes overplayed? Should you still be sticking with your best delivery?
100%, like, look at that for an example. That was a wrong one, turned right across his face. Then he sort of closes out both sides, but bowling round the wicket, he opened up both sides for the batter to score. And he's a far better bowler. He can still bowl his leggies, he can be more attacking in his mindset. He was picked from nowhere for the Delhi Daredevils in 2018. Sandeep Lamachani was young, was turning his leg breaks. Michael Clark, I remember, was very impressed with him.
Yeah, Michael Clark was a big part of his journey. Actually brought him down initially to play grade cricket. I think that was in New South Wales, and fastest in history to 100 ODI wickets, going past the likes of Rashid Khan. There's no doubting his ability to take wickets. Sometimes when he plays for Nepal, he almost looks for them a little bit too much. I think now as captain of the Kings, he'll know the importance of his 4 overs, but it's rare you see a 0 next to his name in his bowling figures.
That's because of a reason, I think. He hasn't bowled his stock ball enough today. I'm seeing him after a long time. I was with him in Delhi when he was at the Daredevils.
It's a very elegant stroke down the ground. There's something about left-handers, isn't there? And Malantha is maybe going to be trumping Martin Guptill's 50 the way he's going. You get great reward down the ground here at the TU. That's where you want to hit.
Now that was a beautiful shot. Great use of the feet. Good balance. Lovely high elbow. Everything right about it. The placement included. Got good reward. 48 of 37. This has been some innings.
Now, can he get back for two? He's got one. He wants the second, and despite the fumble, he's actually slipped himself at the long striker's end. He'll have to wait to get to that landmark. 11 bowled, 87 for two.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different. Get your radiance with Dove.
सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
Being up in the land of the gods, we're here for the festival of the Himalayas. There's a joy, there's an innocence, there's a beauty to this land. Very much my second home now. It's really in many ways become my first home. So honoured and privileged to be here alongside you, Sharon, for this inaugural NPL. Stuff of dreams.
Same here, Lenny. I'm learning so much sitting beside you. Learning so much about Nepal. What a journey when you've been 300 days on the road.
That'll be 50. The second of this inaugural season of the NPL. He's done it in real style, hasn't he? Pretty much impeccable. Maybe slightly cagey at the start, but he gets there and gets a great ovation from the crowd. Lahiru Malantha, 50 to your name off just 39 balls.
Been good both the front and back foot. Some of the pull shots standing out, but then he's been good against spin as well. Hit them both of the back foot, used his feet really well. Reminds me a little bit of Shimron Hetmeyer. Got that little bit of a body language of Hetmeyer, but he's been a terrific innings. 50 of 39 balls.
People will look at him and say, hold on, how is he not on the American national side? You look at the quality. Prabhuda Dasanayake likes you as a player. I can tell you something, you're a very, very good one. He's seen something in Malantha. Remember, not just through Major League Cricket in the USA, but also minor league cricket where he plays his domestic stuff. It's been a fine knock. Backer's just played the supporting role, hasn't had to do any more. And at this stage of the season, you're not thinking about net run rate, you're just thinking about opening with a win.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to work on that net run rate if they get a little bit closer, but at this stage they'll take the win at any cost. 13 of 22 for Taka has just been possible because Malantha at the other end has gone berserk. 50 of 39, a partnership 74 of 61 has made this task a little bit easier. They can just hold their nerve.
Helped round the corner, that's going to be 4 more. He's making it look easy. Mukia, you can see what he's trying to do. Maybe bowl a cutter, change the pace. Surprised him a little. This is looking like it's going only one direction now. The bolt's imperious.
Hasn't been the most disciplined bowling performance from the Kings, and shots like this will definitely help the net run rate. Slower ball into the wicket is a character, Malantha. 21 extras in this innings, not helping their cause at all.
Four more. Well, this is only going one direction now. The way Malantha's going.
Even though Mukia's got his trademark smile on, it's another Super 4 powered by NCell 4G, and he's hit plenty of them. 8 altogether now in his innings, 10 boundaries in total, all going to Malantha.
A good head position. His head was in good position. That's why he made contact. He was looking for the Yorker, looking for the wicket. But Vilanta's got back-to-back boundaries. Yeah, 82 partnership. And they're ever so quickly racing to the target. Vilanta bats another 4 overs. It's all game done.
Can't remember an innings where the one batter has hit every boundary for his team. 10 altogether. They've all gone to the southpaw. 8 fours, 2 sixes. The thing that's impressed me is his control has been very marked. He's animated, yes. I love the Shimron Hetmeyer comparison. Definite shades. Even the mannerisms are somewhat similar. From Sri Lanka, living in USA, doing it here in Nepal. Doing it in some style. He moves to 59. The Bolts, 98 for 2.
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोज
Well, almost everything that Pupadu Dasanayake would have been thinking about last night. Getting his pre-game plans into place, a ground he knows so well. Win the toss, have a bowl, squeeze them in the middle overs with an impressive spin attack, a much varied spin attack. Almost the dream full deck, if you will. And then knock it off. You're doing everything that Pupadu Dasanayake wants.
They structured their 20 overs so well. They opened with left-arm spin and then squeezed through the 2 sort of wrist spinners that they had in their squad. Harsh Thakur was a very good addition. And then they closed out with pace. So there was a definite plan or a structure to their 20 overs. Possibly Brahmacharya, I'd like to see a couple of wickets for him today. Poster boy of Nepal cricket. So much riding on his shoulders.
We'll touch on one thing there in the crowd. This one swept around the corner. Is protection out there, but can't cut it off. Gets a hand on it, but merely just paddles it over the rope. Daniel Carell out there, who, bizarrely, we haven't seen bowl yet. He's a fine left-arm spinner. That's not going to help his confidence. He misfields.
First boundary for Harsh Thakur. It's taken him a while, 23 balls, but that's a good strike. Hit in the gap, not the best piece of fielding from Carell. With Lambicane, nothing's going his way. Good delivery, I like that leg break. It's enough for the spinner. You can put revs on the ball and hit a good area. Someone of Lambicane's quality should be able to extract more out of the surface.
The body language all of a sudden definitely going downhill for the Kings, understandably. Just 25 required to win. T20 terms, this is turning into a bit of a hammering, a shallacking, if you will. Just wonder why hasn't Daniel Carell bowled, given how well the left-arm spinners went in that first innings. All of a sudden the bolts are within touching distance.
Always good to start off with a win. These tournaments come thick and fast. The games come thick and fast. So momentum is very crucial.
Yeah, I actually love the 8-team format because it's a single round robin. Every side plays 7 games, but then it's the top 4 that get to the playoffs, to the key stages. Good thing about that is that there's also better reward. It's the IPL style playoffs ending. If you finish first or second, you get 2 chances to get to that grand final if you need them. Into the top 4, you've got a chance. Get into the top 2, you have a real chance of being here at this ground on the 21st of December for the grand final. 106 for 2.
सिटिजन लाइफको क्रिटिकल केयर प्लस लिएको छु, जसले रोग लागेको थाहा हुने बित्तिकै 50 लाखसम्मको औषधि उपचार खर्च दिन्छ।
यो उपचार खर्च अब सिटिजन लाइफले गर्छ।
डिस्कोमा खेलको मजा छ बेग्लै, हरेक खेल हेरिन्छ साथी होस् या एक्लै।
डिश होम, खुसीको कनेक्सन।
What a good partnership this has been. Can't remember many chances, if any. They've just gone about their business in a very unfussed way.
Dominated mainly by Milanta. Thakur has taken his time. If not for Milanta, Thakur would have been under pressure to make a move himself. But the fact that Milanta's got 61 of 45 means that Thakur could have played the 19 of 26. And we still talk about it in this partnership of 91 of 71. Here's Karel. He's got his chance.
Anil Karel is a hugely talented young left-arm spinner. The challenge for any left-arm spinner in Nepal. Also haven't seen Bashir Ahmed bowl yet. Another left-arm spinner. There is such a pedigree and a quality of left-arm spin dating back to Shakti Gauchan, to Basanta Regni, the legends of the previous era, the Paras Katka, the Gayanendra Malla era. It's so hard to get into the team, to get past Sagar Dakal, Lalit Rajbanshi. I rate Anil Karel particularly very, very highly. Talking to Kevin O'Brien last night as well, he was saying he's been so impressed by the quality of spin bowling.
No doubt about it. Bangladesh is another country I worked with that's got a plethora of left-arm spin. Just keep churning them up, 1 out of 1. Nowhere. Yeah, young Anil Karel. Nice little action. Revs on the ball.
This could be a chance, not quite going to carry. Nicholas Curtin in the key position. He's well as good a fielder as we'll see in the competition, alongside the likes of Dipender Singh Airi, who's going to light it up for the Sudar Pashim Royals. Wait till you see him field. I know everyone's talking about that Kiwi Glenn Phillips catch the other day. Airi's right up there, nearly as good as him.
Good little 4 balls from Karel. 19 required of 38 balls.
Powered into the leg side, going to be at least a couple. Mukia does pretty well in the end. Martin Guptill helps him out. I know he hasn't picked up a wicket yet, but he's already showing that little bit more control than maybe we've seen from some of the other bowlers for the Kings.
It would have been a good foil for Lamichhane to bowl to from the other end. 96-run partnership. Milanta 64, Thakur 21. The extras have helped, definitely.
Goes downtown and smashes into the roof right in front of our commentary position. Well, that's a Siddhartha Bank 6 if I've ever seen one. 14 bowled, 117 for
Star for a complete home.
DHI happier home. Today hey.
Janakpur bowls, what a partnership this. 102 and 77. That equation now very much in their grasp. 11 and 36. Now this has been an authoritative performance here by the Janakpur bowls in match number 1 in the inaugural edition. That's again losing its radar. They just not got things right this afternoon.
Extras, 22 of them. That's a bit too much. 14 wides, 8 leg byes. Not helping their cause when you're defending a low score. You need to be far more disciplined than that. Just 10 required from 36 balls. BIRATNAGAR Kings, it's a heavy defeat for them. It will be a hard one to bounce back from.
Cut away, straight to the fielder. This goes to show the manner in which Janakpur bowls have played their cricket this afternoon. Firstly, restricting the opposition to 127 and now getting home in a canter. They have made little work of this target. 10 in 35, 8 wickets in hand. This is authoritative stuff.